Free agent Cleveland Browns can't afford to lose, but probably will. November 16th, 2025, Cleveland, Ohio, USA. Cleveland Browns linebacker Devin Bush, 30, celebrates with safety Rayshawn Jenkins, 5, after returning an interception for a touchdown during the second quarter against the Baltimore Ravens at Huntington Bank Field. Mandatory credit. Ken Blasingame images. The Cleveland Browns are entering a crucial offseason under the leadership of new head coach Todd Monken, and there's a chance they may part ways with several key players who significantly contributed last season. Despite finishing last year with only 5 wins, the Browns showcased some standout performers, notably linebacker Devin Bush Jr. Bush, a 7-year NFL veteran, spent his first 4 seasons with the Pittsburgh Steelers, then 1 with the Seattle Seahawks, and has spent the last 2 years with the Browns. The 27-year-old linebacker had an impressive year, racking up 125 combined tackles, 7 of which were for a loss, along with 2 interceptions. Pro Football Focus ranked Bush as the 4th best linebacker out of 88 players last season. Furthermore, he placed 8th in run defense and 4th in coverage grades. With Bush heading into free agency, it looks like the Browns might not be re-signing him, which would be a significant setback for the defense. Although Bush takes on the role of an off-ball linebacker, he plays a vital role in Cleveland's defense. Last season, he supported rookie linebacker Carson Schweissinger as he adjusted to the Mike linebacker position and even went on to win the NFL Rookie of the Year award. There's also a chance that the linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, won't be returning this season due to an injury that sidelined him for the entire 2025 season. If he's unable to make a comeback, it would increase the value of re-signing Bush for the Browns this offseason. The Browns may hesitate to bring Bush back, especially after hiring new defensive coordinator Mike Ruttenberg this offseason. This change comes after Jim Schwartz stepped down after Cleveland declined to hire him as its next head coach. Cleveland might argue that Bush was a product of Schwartz's scheme, and with Schwartz no longer around, bringing Bush may not be such a big deal after all. However, Ruttenberg's defense won't be the same as Schwartz's, but it's likely there won't be much change in the scheme. This means that Bush could continue doing what he has done the last 2 seasons under Schwartz. The Browns are facing a crucial decision in the coming days about whether to bring Bush back. If they choose not to, it could lead to setbacks for the defense, which is the unit fans trust the most heading into the season. Free agent the Cleveland Browns can't afford to lose, but probably will. In the intense and unpredictable world of the National Football League, every offseason brings difficult choices. For the Cleveland Browns, free agency is more than just a period of signings and departures. It is a test of strategy, patience, and sometimes painful acceptance. Among the many decisions the team must face, one stands out clearly. There is always a player they simply cannot afford to lose, yet circumstances suggest that losing him might be unavoidable. Every successful team is built around key players who define its identity. Some bring leadership in the locker room, others provide explosive plays on the field, and a few do both. When a player like this reaches free agency, the organization faces a dilemma. Keeping him means maintaining stability and preserving the team's chemistry. Losing him could open a gap that is difficult to fill. For the Browns, the situation feels particularly tense. Over the past few seasons, the franchise has worked hard to build a competitive roster. Coaches, scouts, and executives have invested years developing players and shaping a team capable of contending in one of football's toughest divisions. Letting a vital contributor walk away would feel like dismantling a carefully constructed puzzle. Yet the harsh reality of the NFL makes such losses almost inevitable. The salary cap forces teams to make financial decisions that can clash with emotional ones. A player who has performed exceptionally well naturally wants a contract that reflects his value. Another team with more cap space might offer a deal the Browns simply cannot match. This is the painful side of professional sports. Fans grow attached to players who represent the team's spirit and determination. They celebrate touchdowns, defensive stops, and game-winning moments. Over time, those players become symbols of hope for the franchise. But when free agency arrives, loyalty alone is rarely enough to keep them. Inside the Browns' front office, executives analyze every possibility. They examine salary projections, evaluate future roster needs, and weigh the risks of long-term contracts. Re-signing a star player may strengthen the present, but it could limit the team's flexibility in future seasons. In contrast, letting the player leave might free up resources for multiple new additions. From a creative perspective, managing an NFL roster resembles writing a complex story. Each player is a character with a unique role. Some are heroes who shine in crucial moments, while others support the team quietly behind the scenes. Removing one important character can alter the entire narrative. Imagine a season without that key free agent, the one the Browns cannot afford to lose. The offense might lack the same rhythm, or the defense might lose its edge. Younger players would be forced to step into bigger roles sooner than expected. Coaches would need to redesign strategies to compensate for the absence. However, every challenge also brings opportunity. If the Browns do lose this important player, it could open the door for new talent to emerge. Sometimes a young athlete waiting on the bench becomes the next star when given a chance. Other times, a new signing from another team surprises everyone with exceptional performance. Still, the uncertainty makes fans uneasy. Supporters understand that football is a business, but emotions cannot be separated from the game. When a beloved player leaves, it feels like losing a part of the team's identity. The Browns' management must walk a fine line between heart and logic. Their goal is not only to keep great players, but also to build a sustainable team capable of long-term success. That means thinking beyond one season and considering the franchise's future as a whole. In the end, free agency is a reminder that change is a constant in professional sports. Teams evolve, rosters shift, and new stories begin each year. Whether the Browns manage to keep their crucial free agent or ultimately watch him sign elsewhere, the organization must continue moving forward. Because in the NFL, success does not come from avoiding change. It comes from adapting to it. And for the Cleveland Browns, the coming free agency period will once again test their ability to balance ambition,